Hey, good morning. I'm just looking at this. Looks kind of fuzzy on my end. Not sure if you guys are getting that or not. Let's wait a few more minutes, see if some people come on here. Oh, okay. All right. Happy Friday. Good morning. Um, see what we got here. We'll look at the markets and see what price did this week a little bit, and take a look, see what we can maybe expect next week. We'll start with a U.S. dollar. This is a weekly chart, like we've been talking about. It's in this consolidation wedge flag pattern here, and it's been wicking up and wicking down. Um, this week it wicked down and took out last week's low, and it rejected it, and now it's pushing higher. So it'll be interesting to see how this closes today. Um, if we get a nice close, a strong close on the week, we might be able to look for some follow through next week to the upside on the dollar. You can see it when on Wednesday when we were in the session, price was down here, and I talked about how we wanted to see price maintain and hold this support level, and if it did, we'd be coming up to this consolidation area, and it's come to that and blasted through, and looks like it might be trying to test these old highs back here from a couple weeks ago. So right now you got a pretty strong dollar as far as intraday price goes. We still need a nice close and a hold out of this range here. We're still taking out lows and taking out highs and just going back and forth. So it makes sense for it to come up here into this area and take this out, and then we'll just have to wait and see what it does. If we can hold and support above this level, then we'll be looking at taking out this high and then coming up into this consolidation area up here. So intraday, we got a strong dollar. Dollar yen is, get rid of this. It's looking strong also. I talked about Wednesday how it looked like it might be making a head and shoulders pattern. We'd have to kind of watch, see what happens. And if it broke the neckline, we could look for some continuation to the downside, try testing these lows. It didn't break down. It's going higher. So right now it's just touching this high. So I would expect it to run through these highs today. And I do still like this consolidation area on the upside on dollar yen. So I would anticipate in the next few weeks a run up into this area. It looks strong. We kind of had a wedge or some sort of flag formation here on a really big scale, and we're trying to push above it. So we'll see if we can hold above this consolidation area and get followed through on this next week. If it breaks down and then breaks that neckline, then we're definitely coming down and probably testing these lows here. But it looks pretty strong. Let's get rid of this. It's not really important. So we want to see what happens in this area right here today. See if this holds or if it just kind of sits and waits. And then early next week, I would expect it to at least punch through it. And then it'll be interesting to see if it rejects it or continues on higher. Gold is still in this consolidation on the weekly chart. So there's really nothing I'm interested in gold right now. I'm still waiting for some sort of a breakout to the upside. I still have this area here that I'm looking out to the 1430 level. It needs to get above these highs. So see, there's equal high here and equal high here. Most likely, price is gonna seek that out and try and break through. If it may just continue, or it may punch through and then reverse again. But it looks like it's gonna try testing maybe this low here, and we kind of got equal lows down here too. So we'll see what happens on gold. We might get a run down, take out some lows, and then maybe come back up into that level. But ultimately, we're just looking at this huge consolidation. Oops, right here that we're just going back and forth on. So there's really not a huge play on this. Just waiting for an opportunity to. For me, I'm looking for an opportunity to get long. This is a trade I'm looking for. But the price may want to come back down and test this, these old highs back here down this level. So Euro is still in this wedge pattern. Just look at this wicking up and down. So not too interested in much here. There was an opportunity this week. Let's go to an hourly chart. We had this run up and it took out these highs and then it rejected and it came back up and tested. So there was an opportunity to possibly take a short here down to this consolidation area, which it's hitting right now. But when you're in this, those are kind of harder trades when you're in these consolidation levels like this. You're in the top half of it. Let's see. So you were in the top half of this consolidation. But it's really not the hugest probability of a trade, just because you don't know if it's going to come back up here and test these highs or reject. So there's really not much you can do on dollar yen, or I'm sorry, on euro dollar right now. Just waiting for it to break out of this flag wedge pattern and see if it's going to go higher or lower. Let's zoom out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It could go either way. It could come down and test this 1.20, or if it breaks, what I'd like to see is I would like to see it break through and start coming up and testing these lows here. But just have to wait and see on it. So if you're a euro trader, you're just doing the day trades right now, looking for opportunities. We're coming into this consolidation, so we might find some support here. If we find support, it's tough on a Friday, but if we do get support in this level, this consolidation, you could possibly see a run back up to, looking at these lows, somewhere in here, possibly. I don't know if it'll get that high or not. I'd like to see actually lower prices on this still. I'd like it to come down and test this 1.20 level. I just don't know if it's going to get there. We're in a bullish market. Everything's on an uptrend right now. So your higher time frame look is to look for buys, but I wouldn't mind it coming down to here for a buy. So that's euro dollar. Pound dollar, this is a weekly chart. If we get this nice bearish candle on the weekly chart, I would be looking for some lower prices. I don't know if it's going to get down to this 1.36 level or not, but I do think we're going to start testing, you know, these lows of the weeks here. You know, let's go on daily, see if we can find something. Yeah, we have this consolidation right here. So 1.3, 1.4, no, 1.320, somewhere in here. See how prices coming up and testing this level up and down. So I wouldn't be surprised if price tries to come down into this 1.392 level. Again, it looks like we're going to probably break down and take out this low here. So let's go on a 4-hour chart, see if we can find, I don't know, I might just push down. I'm looking for a possible entry here. So if price comes up and you want to watch this high, it would come back up into the 3.409 level. If we take out that high, that might be an opportunity to maybe do a short. You want to be careful if it runs or not, but if it takes that high out and then retraces down, that would be an opportunity to get short on this. If not, if you're just going bearish from here, yeah, I don't know. It looks like it might be already running on us. You could wait for it to come back up into this level, possibly, and look for a short. But I wouldn't mind it actually coming back up into here and taking this high out before it runs down. I just don't know if it will. We had this nice strong run down. It kind of faded down and it looked like it was going to run again, then it came back up. It's kind of a little strange price action for me. Because I would rather, if it's going to go down from here, I would rather just do this and then just take another dive down. But it kind of does this here. So we had a run down, we had a retracement, a little bit of a pullback down. Look like it's going to run, comes up, takes out a high, retests a high, and then falls off again. That might be the kind of pattern that we're going to see here, possibly. We left these equal highs here, so we want to be mindful of those. Those might be tested again in the future, but I'm not sure if it's going to want to come down here or not before it does that. So, but right now I'm bearish on pound. I think we're due for a retracement, and if we get a nice strong close bearish on the week here, we might be looking for some nice lower prices on this. So I'll keep an eye out on that. These Turkish liras are bouncing off some of these levels I laid out last week. Looks like Turkish lira is going to come up to the 4.075 level. And that wouldn't be a bad area to look for a short if you're looking for a swing trade. 4.075, and you could trade it down. You know, you possibly even look for, let's see, it might be a little steep. You look for to test these lows down here. But I would expect some sort of resistance there. I don't think it's going to come up and take out this high before it comes down a little bit lower, but be something I would look for. And the Euro Turkish Lira is finding support at that level we laid out at 4.97. So this might have a retracement also. But with the euro being bearish right now, with this euro being bearish, and it looks like it might want to try testing these lows. Yeah, now we might find support there. You could look for some lower prices on this also. And really lower prices, I like the 4.73 level down here, just to test this consolidation area again. But we might find support if we find, this isn't quite the pivot formation I would like to see on a 3-point pivot. These are a little too straight and equal, so they'll probably come down and tag these for sure again. If it was more of a, even if it's like this, how it came down strong and the next day's low was higher, a fair amount higher than the previous day, that'd be a little bit better formation, kind of like this formation or even this one. This isn't as strong of a swing to me, so I would look for prices to continue on that. All right, then we'll go to the S&P 500, and we're coming up into some of these levels we talked about on a Wednesday. We just, price was in here and we talked about how it might consolidate, and we were looking for talked about a break below this swing right here. We would look for lower prices, and I was just laying out the 26.96 level. It went through that, and now it's come back up and testing that level again. So we'll see what happens. I'm pretty neutral on this right now. I want it to show me a little bit more. We do have a little bit more upside objective on this, possibly. I wouldn't mind it coming back up into, let's see if I can get rid of this, into this consolidation area here, somewhere between the 2740 and the 2760 level. I wouldn't mind seeing price come up in there. It certainly doesn't have to, but where price is sitting right now, at this previous low right here, it's kind of bumping up against it. We need to get up above that and really above this high, and then we have a little bit of a move up that we can look for. Until then, we want to be mindful of just looking at Wednesday's daily low here, the 2700 level. Price might want to retest that, and we might find resistance at that level, and then we look for a sell-off here. So right now, your levels you want to look for specifically is you want to watch this 2700 level and see what price does there. If we can break through it, we're probably going to go a little bit higher. If we find resistance, we'll probably start taking out some of these previous daily lows here. So let's wait and watch that level today and possibly early next week. See what happens. On an intraday basis, that 2700 level isn't that 2703. 2700 is a little bit lower. So we're just looking at this little consolidation area here. We're going to see if price can get up to that and break through it, or if we find resistance at that level. It looks like price is probably going to want to punch through and take out these highs here today. But let's see, equities opens in 8 minutes. So we can kind of wait and see what happens there. Intraday we have kind of equal lows here. I want to be mindful of those. I'm going to call these equal highs. And then we'll look for price up there. On the downside, we have a little bit of, on this feed, I don't know if it's on other feeds, but we have a little bit of a gap there. So we're gonna watch that. So let's keep an eye on this for the open, see what happens. 8 minutes. Then we'll let you go on for your day. I don't really see, excuse me, I don't really see anything that I would be too interested in trading today. Yeah, it came on pretty strong into this level. So yeah, let's watch on Euro what it does here. I think this is kind of an important area to see if we can find support or if it's going to break through this and test these lows here. See what dollar's doing. Yeah, dollar's going to come up and probably tag this today, this high. Dollar yen will take that high out today probably. Gold's not worth looking at. So yeah, Euro looks pretty weak here. So it'll be interesting. Pounds, yeah, I think pound's gonna come down and test this 1.392 level. May not do it today, but I'd like to see it today. Just kind of come on down and take out this low. So let's wait around and see what happens on the equities open here for the S&P. If there's any questions, let me know. Not a really big fan of how this formation was on our retrace on a turn here. Just really rounded. I'd rather see it a little bit more aggressive like this. Price was coming down and just we had that big gap up. So definitely buying here. This doesn't look so much like selling to me. Looks like just kind of a let's bring it back down here to maybe buy some more type of thing. But they haven't really taken much liquidity out of the market down here. We did have some big pullbacks, but still we didn't really sweep too much. We have all these lows that are sitting here. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this. So on this equities open, we're gonna watch. We'll keep an eye out on these highs here, and then this low right here. We'll see what price does if it reaches either one of these levels. Because right now we're just right in the middle of this little small range. What I would like to see happen, since I'm not a big fan of how this turned, I think price is going to want to come back up into here at least. So if I'm looking for longs, I would like to see price on this open come down and take out these lows. Possibly come down right to this level here, this 20, what is this? 2687. Let's go to the top of that. Yeah, 2687 or so. We'll see if price comes down into here, and if we get some sort of support, maybe we'll take a trade up to this level here. Got nothing to lose on this today. Got about a minute and a half before equities open. So I like this right now. I like how price is coming down. What we want to see, what I'm looking for is price to come down, take out these lows, come down into this level right here, this 2687-ish, and see if we can get some support and maybe trade it up to this level up here. And our stop, I think our stop be pretty tight. I don't want it to, I mean, it could come down. These lows, are almost equal, but we'll see what happens. This is a 15-minute chart. All right, equities open. It's pushing up. When you get that equities open, keep in mind what direction price is going initially. Usually it ends up going the opposite direction of that initial push. So you just want to be mindful of that. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes it just runs, but oftentimes it just does a quick push, takes out some liquidity on the upside or on the downside of the market, then it goes the other way. So that's why I was interested in price initially pushing down here and taking out this liquidity, because I would like to possibly trade this up into this level. But it may come up here and take out this liquidity, then we might want to be looking for shorts to come down into this to continue on downside. Because we do have this consolidation, we had to run back down. I would like it to come back up here before it runs back down again, but we'll see. It's not really doing anything of any significance right now. We have the NASDAQ running down a little bit. Your dollar yen's going to take out this high. Oops. So we'll take that out today, it looks like. And we want to watch this area on the dollar. Price should want to get back up into there today. Euro's looking like it may want to push through this. So that's good. It gives you a direction. And pound, yeah, pound looks like it wants to come down and sweep that low. So we'll watch that today. All right, S&P's pushing down. Looks like it wants to take out these lows possibly, which would be good. Now with the euro and pound being so bearish, my only concern is if this just rips right through all this. So I'd like to see some sort of support showing under here before going long. I still want to take it just to take it because price gets there. Because price did come up and take out these highs, so it did take liquidity out up here. Price doesn't need to come back up here today. It might be pushing down for these lows. You really shouldn't need to get any lower or much lower. Definitely don't want to close below this 26.87 level. And it really shouldn't need to even go down much further than that. So right now we can watch this level here. See if we get back above this, then we can look for a long. We'll see what happens here. So we're down that level, see if we find some support. pretty much stopped it right there. If we took a trade right now, we could put a stop really below this candle here. It'd be pretty tight. I think I want to see a little bit. I want to see it hold a little bit better. Because right now it looks like it's going to push through. So we'll kind of see what happens here. I don't really want to go much lower than this. Alright, well, let's take a shot at this. Looks like we're getting a little bit of support. We could put our stop down here, so it'll be pretty tight. We'll just take a shot at it. And then we will aim for this consolidation up here. And really, you could almost put your stop even closer down below this low. Because I know if it goes much lower than this low, I think we're going to come down here anyway. So we might want to protect ourselves and just put it up here. So we're not taking a huge risk, and we're really just looking for these highs to be taken out. Because on the open we had liquidity marked out here and up here. It initially came down and took out this liquidity. So now we're looking for a reversal and come up and take out this liquidity. And we're looking, it looks like it's finding a little bit of support there, but really you're not going to know until it gets above this level here. But we can let it play out for a little bit here. Again, with the euro and pound being so bearish, this would tend to lead S&P being more of a bearish day. So you might see S&P, starting to take out some of these lows down here. Because we had that nice run down yesterday, it might just be consolidating and then their run down. And where's that land? Is that land right at that? Well, lands right in the middle of that gap open on the week. So yeah, it looks like it's probably gonna push down through this. We're on a 5 minute chart now. So we'll see what this candle does. If this has a higher close, and we might be okay, but looks like it's gonna push down through this. I'm gonna lower this just a tad. But this doesn't look good. So I think that might mean we're looking for lower prices today. Came down, took that out, retested it, it's pushed down. So we'll probably take out these lows. Or we're just in this consolidation. So I'll wait a few more minutes, see if we get knocked out here, which it looks like we're gonna do. this is going to be good. We want to see kind of aggressive retracement on this right now. We had a close on the 15-minute candle below that 2687 level. I don't like that. That's not what I wanted to see. I wanted, if it was okay for it to dip down below it, but I did not want to close below that level. So it closed below that, so that's not very good for our trade. We got pretty small risk on this, so we'll just let it play out. But and we're not getting that. We got a quick push down, and we're not getting a rejection very quickly right now, which is what I would like to see. But we still have time on this. Might still pan out. So this dollar Turkish lira, for my friend that trades at, look for it to come up to this level, and you could possibly look for a sell on this. Pound, looks like we're gonna test these lows today. Euro is breaking through this level, so it'd be interesting. That might even try testing these lows today. Gold, yeah, probably come down and test these lows. Last week's lows are right here. Dollar yen took out that high we talked about. Looks like we're getting a little bit of rejection here. So if you want to go long on dollar yen, you need it to get above this 107.70 level. If not, you want to be looking at this little consolidation area. You want price come down below it, come back into this, and then look to retest this 107.43 level and possibly even lower. And dollar is probably going to come up and tag these levels today. So that's where we're at, guys. I'm going to let you go. This doesn't look very promising. It is holding, but I would like to see a little bit more of a substantial rejection of this level. So as is right now, it looks like it's probably going to hold here a little bit and then just push lower and take out these lows. Most likely, definitely take out our stop, but we'll just leave it and let it play out. Again, this is all a demo account. I'm not trading live funds here. So there you go, guys. You guys have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.